Most people think they've seen it all: bustling metropolises, ancient historic landmarks, and picture-perfect villages. But scattered across the world are cities that defy expectations. Some have been swallowed by nature, others remain concealed underground, and a few are so remote that reaching them feels like stepping into another dimension. These places are not just forgotten relics of history, they are living, breathing remnants of a world less traveled. From submerged kingdoms to cliffside fortresses, these hidden cities will make you question how much of the world we truly know. Let's uncover these 15 hidden destinations, starting with number 15, Grytviken, South Georgia. Few places feel as isolated as Grytviken, a ghost town tucked away in the icy wilderness of South Georgia, an island near Antarctica. Once a booming whaling station, Grytviken was home to hundreds of workers who processed whale oil during the early 20th century. But as the whaling industry collapsed, the town was abandoned, leaving behind rusting ships, crumbling buildings, and an eerie silence broken only by the howling winds. Despite its desolation, Grytviken is far from forgotten. Adventurous travelers and historians visit the site, drawn by its haunting beauty and the grave of legendary explorer Sir Ernest Shackleton. The abandoned settlement, now maintained as a historical site, is a reminder of human ambition in one of the most unforgiving environments on Earth. The icy waters surrounding it are teeming with seals and penguins, making Grytviken feel more like a lost world than just another abandoned town. Number 14, Matera, Italy. Hidden within the rugged cliffs of southern Italy, Matera is an ancient city carved from stone. Dating back over 9,000 years, this labyrinth of cave dwellings, tunnels, and stone churches is one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited places. But for much of the 20th century, Matera was abandoned, left to decay as its residents fled to modern housing. Now, this forgotten city has been reborn. Its prehistoric cave homes have been transformed into boutique hotels, restaurants, and cultural centers, creating a surreal blend of ancient and modern life. Walking through Matera feels like stepping into a historical epic, with stone pathways leading to hidden courtyards and fresco-covered churches. It's no surprise that filmmakers have used it as a stand-in for biblical-era cities. Matera's revival is proof that forgotten places can find new life, making it one of the most remarkable hidden cities in the world. Life is unfair, and this city proves it. Number 13, Houtouwan, China. Well, China is making headlines for creating an artificial sun, but nature has its own way of showing who's really in charge. Take Houtouwan, for example, a once thriving fishing village on Shengshan Island that has been completely swallowed by nature. In the 1990s, economic hardships and its remote location forced villagers to abandon their homes. But instead of crumbling into ruins, the village transformed into something surreal, a ghost town draped in green. Ivy now coils around doorways, moss carpets the staircases, and vines weave through crumbling brick walls. The once bustling alleys now feel like something out of a post-apocalyptic dream, where human presence has faded, but life still thrives. What was once a forgotten village is now an unexpected tourist attraction, drawing photographers, urban explorers, and curious travelers eager to witness nature's quiet, yet powerful takeover. Houtouwan stands as a hauntingly beautiful reminder that when humans leave, the earth doesn't just stop, it reclaims. Number 12, Kayaköy, Turkey. Kayaköy is a ghost town frozen in time, its stone houses standing eerily silent on a hillside in southwestern Turkey. Once home to a thriving Greek community, the town was abandoned in the 1920s due to a population exchange between Greece and Turkey. Left untouched for decades, its homes, churches, and schools remain eerily intact but empty, creating a haunting yet beautiful sight. Today, Kayaköy is a historical monument and a powerful reminder of a painful past. Visitors can wander through its deserted streets, explore ancient chapels, and even hike up to panoramic viewpoints overlooking the Aegean Sea. The town's eerie silence and preserved ruins make it feel like a place where time simply stopped, forever preserving the memory of those who once lived here. It's like the old saying goes, those who don't learn from history are doomed to repeat it. Kayaköy is a living testament to the consequences of division and conflict. Number 11. Aogashima, Japan. Aogashima is a hidden paradise inside a volcanic crater floating in the Pacific Ocean. This tiny island, home to just a few hundred people, is an active volcano, meaning its residents literally live inside a caldera. Despite its dangerous location, the island is a peaceful and self-sufficient community, with geothermal vents providing natural hot springs and a constant source of energy. Getting to Aogashima is no easy feat. The island has no direct flights, and rough seas often make boat travel difficult. But for those who make the journey, Aogashima offers an experience like no other. Untouched nature, a close-knit community, and a way of life that feels entirely removed from the modern world. It's a place where humans and nature coexist in the most extraordinary way. But keep in brain, Mama Nature can be unpredictable, so don't get too comfortable. Number 10. Whittier, Alaska, USA. Tucked away in the icy wilderness of Alaska, Whittier is one of the strangest hidden cities in the world. Why? Because nearly all of its residents, about 200 people, live in a single building. Known as Bodegas Towers, this massive structure isn't just an apartment complex, it's an entire town under one roof. It houses a grocery store, post office, school, church, and even a police station. Originally built as a military facility during the Cold War, Whittier's extreme weather and isolation led to its unique way of life. With fierce winds, heavy snowfall, and only one access tunnel that closes at night, living here means embracing a kind of self-contained existence. Most residents rarely need to step outside during winter, and the community is tight-knit as a result. Though it may seem like a dystopian experiment, Whittier thrives in its own way, proving that a city doesn't have to be sprawling to be remarkable. All right, guys, now, let's talk about Number 9. Shi Cheng, Lion City, China. Deep beneath the shimmering waters of Qiandao Lake lies a city frozen in time. Known as Shi Cheng, or the Lion City, this 1,300-year-old Chinese city was intentionally flooded in 1959 to create a reservoir for a hydroelectric dam. Rather than being lost forever, the city's stunning stone architecture, intricate carvings, and ancient roads remain perfectly preserved underwater. Exploring Shi Cheng is like diving into a forgotten world. Its submerged buildings sit between 85 to 131 feet, 26 to 40 meters, below the surface, making it one of the most well-preserved underwater ruins in the world. Scuba divers and researchers continue to uncover secrets about this lost metropolis, marveling at how well its structures have withstood the test of time. Though it no longer bustles with life, Shi Cheng remains an astonishing reminder of China's ancient past, hidden beneath the waves but far from forgotten. China and Chinese are pretty good. Number 8. Oradour-sur-Glane, France. Few places in the world are as haunting as Oradour-sur-Glane, a small village in France that stands frozen in time. On June 10, 1944, Nazi forces destroyed the town and massacred its inhabitants, leaving behind burned-out buildings, rusting cars, and eerie silence. Rather than rebuild, the French government preserved the ruins as a memorial and a reminder of the horrors of war. Walking through Oradour-sur-Glane is like stepping into a ghost story. Rusted bicycles lean against crumbling walls, sewing machines sit untouched, and a burnt-out car remains in the village square. Everything left exactly as it was on that fateful day. Visitors describe a chilling stillness that hangs in the air as if the town itself remembers. Today, the ruins stand as a powerful symbol of remembrance. Though empty of life, Oradour-sur-Glane tells a story that must never be forgotten. Number 7. Thonis-Heracleion, Egypt. Before Alexandria became Egypt's greatest port city, there was Thonis-Heracleion, a legendary metropolis that mysteriously disappeared beneath the Mediterranean Sea. For centuries, it was thought to be nothing more than a myth. That is, until 2000, when archaeologists discovered its remains buried under 30 feet of water. Once a thriving trade hub and religious center, Thonis-Heracleion was Egypt's main gateway to the Mediterranean. Statues of gods, temples, and even entire streets were uncovered, astonishing historians. It's believed that a combination of rising sea levels, earthquakes, and unstable ground caused the city to sink over 1,000 years ago. Now, divers explore its submerged wonders, revealing new secrets about a lost civilization. Artifacts from Thonis-Heracleion continue to reshape our understanding of ancient Egypt, proving that history is still waiting to be rediscovered, sometimes beneath the waves. Number 6. Kuldhara, India. Deep in the Rajasthan desert lies Kuldhara, an abandoned village that has stood empty for over 200 years. Legend has it that in the 19th century, the entire population vanished overnight, leaving behind crumbling homes and a mystery that remains unsolved. Some believe the village was cursed by its fleeing residents, ensuring that no one could ever settle there again. Historians suggest that drought, heavy taxes, or an impending invasion may have forced the people of Kuldhara to leave. However, locals insist that paranormal forces haunt the village, with eerie whispers and shadowy figures reported by those who dare to visit after dark. Whether abandoned by logic or cursed by legend, Kuldhara has become a famous ghost town in India, attracting travelers intrigued by its unsettling past. The government maintains it as a heritage site, keeping the ruins intact for those who seek answers to one of India's greatest mysteries. Number 5. Monemvasia, Greece. Hidden behind a massive rock formation off the coast of Greece, Monemvasia is a medieval fortress city that looks straight out of a fairy tale. From the sea, it appears to be nothing more than a rocky island, but behind its stone walls lies a perfectly preserved town filled with narrow alleyways, Byzantine churches, and stunning sea views. Originally built in the 6th century, Monemvasia was a strategic stronghold against invaders. Over the centuries, it was ruled by Byzantines, Venetians, and Ottomans, each leaving their mark on its architecture. Despite its historic significance, the town remained relatively unknown for decades, hidden from view. Today, Monemvasia is a thriving yet quiet escape where visitors can walk ancient cobblestone streets, dine in cave-like taverns, and gaze at the endless blue of the Aegean Sea, all while feeling like they've stepped back in time. Number 4. Pontevedra, Spain. Pontevedra is a city that took a radical approach to modern urban life. It banned cars. Unlike most cities that struggle with traffic congestion, Pontevedra transformed itself into a pedestrian paradise. Since the early 2000s, cars have been almost entirely removed from the city center, allowing people to walk, bike, and socialize without the noise and pollution of vehicles. The results have been astonishing. Businesses thrive, crime rates have dropped, and the city is noticeably quieter and cleaner. Even better, residents live healthier lives, enjoying fresh air and stress-free streets. Pontevedra has become a model for sustainable city planning, proving that urban life doesn't have to revolve around cars. Despite its forward-thinking design, Pontevedra remains one of Spain's hidden gems. It blends medieval architecture with modern innovation, making it a rare city where history and the future exist in harmony. In a world where car-free living feels impossible, Pontevedra makes it a reality. Number 3. Coober, Pedy, Australia. In the middle of the Australian outback, where temperatures regularly soar above 113 degrees Fahrenheit, lies Coober, Pedy, a town that has adapted to the extreme by moving underground. Known as the opal capital of the world, this remote settlement is famous for its massive opal mines and dugout homes carved into the desert rock. Life underground isn't just a novelty, it's a necessity. With blistering heat making traditional houses unbearable, residents live in caves that stay naturally cool year-round. Even the town's churches, bars, and hotels are built into the rock, giving it an almost post-apocalyptic feel. Despite its isolation, Coober, Pedy has a quirky, welcoming charm. Tourists flock to see its bizarre landscape, hunt for opals, and experience life beneath the surface. It may be hidden from the world, but for those who dare to visit, Coober, Pedy is one of the most unforgettable places on Earth. And you can Google or Bing about it. Number 2. Setenil de las Bodegas, Spain. Imagine a town where homes aren't just built against a cliffside, but inside it. Setenil de las Bodegas, located in Spain's Andalusian region, is one of the most visually striking places in the world. Here, entire streets are wedged beneath massive rock formations, creating a stunning contrast between nature and architecture. This unusual design dates back to Moorish times, when early settlers used the natural caves to protect themselves from extreme heat and invaders. Over the centuries, they expanded the rock shelters into fully functional homes, restaurants, and even shops. Today, visitors can stroll down Calle Cuevas del Sol, Street of Caves of the Sun, and grab a meal under the cool shade of an overhanging rock ceiling. Setenil remains a hidden treasure in Spain, blending ancient traditions with modern life in a way that few places can match. It's a city quite literally built into history, and we know history is bizarre. Number 1. Derinkuyu, Turkey. Beneath the plains of Cappadocia, Turkey, lies a city so hidden that it was only discovered in 1963 by accident. A man renovating his basement stumbled upon a tunnel, which led to Derinkuyu, a massive underground metropolis stretching 18 stories deep. Built thousands of years ago, this city was a refuge for thousands of people, complete with churches, stables, kitchens, ventilation shafts, and even schools. Derinkuyu wasn't just a shelter, it was a fortress. During times of invasion, massive stone doors would be rolled shut to seal off sections of the city. The tunnels could accommodate up to 20,000 people, making it one of the largest subterranean settlements ever discovered. Today, explorers can walk through the dimly lit passageways, imagining life underground in a time when secrecy meant survival. It's a city hidden not just from the world, but from history itself. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and we'll see you soon in the next one.